Many Flesh and Blood players ask the question, is it worth it to buy Round the Table, the first multiplayer-focused product for Fab, which comes with 4 complete, ready-to-play right-out-of-the-box Blitz decks, as well as a few extra items like a playmat and storage box. Round the Table is a collaboration with the professor of Tolarian Community College, who is some kind of gaming product and accessory review YouTuber, and is featured as one of the hero cards. And who also happens to be me! Hello! So what kind of grade will I give on a product that I collaborated on and helped develop? I can tell you right now that this is likely a big old F. For fabulous, because Round the Table really is, without a doubt, everything I could have wanted in a product, because it is everything I told LSS that I wanted in a product. And though I will be going over the financial value here, in many ways this video is not so much an is it worth it to buy analysis by me, but is instead a is it worth it to buy argument from me, because, well, since I was involved in the development of this product and am featured on one of the cards of this product, I now need to prove to you why I feel that yes, this is what a product should be. I also feel it's important to reveal just what my relationship with Legend Story Studios was in regards to the development of this product, and explore and explain just how I went from one faithful meeting with the game's creator to having a playable hero card featuring me in a product that is on shelves at local game stores worldwide. But before any of that, let's take a look at just what this product is. Round the Table contains the following: 1 archival card storage box, 1 exclusive neoprene playmat, yes, that is a real playmat, not a piece of paper, 4 ready-to-play Blitz decks, each of which contain 40 cards comprised of a foil hero and weapon card, 4 equipment cards, as well as tokens. The decks offer both reprints and new card designs, and the entire product is selling at local game stores under an MSRP of $69.90 US. The archival storage box is the actual product box, and I think this is an extremely clever feature. After removing the playmat and Blitz decks, this simply becomes a 1,000 count storage box for your cards. Only instead of dull gray cardboard, it is emblazoned with bright lights artwork. This is really such a clever idea that I wish it had been one of my contributions to this product, but I'll admit it wasn't. Flesh and Blood thought this up all on their own. As someone who reviews deck boxes and even had a hand in making one, the fact that I'm impressed with this simple cardboard packaging should speak volumes. It's great. I know a lot of people probably wish they could just buy the box for storage, and it's the sort of nostalgia item that will likely be many new Flesh and Blood players' cherished possession years from now. Speaking of collectible items, the fact a full neoprene playmat is included in this product is really worth celebrating. You may remember in my review of the Classic Battles Dorinthia vs. Rymar product a while back, how I complained that this product claimed to come with a quote-unquote playmat, but it was really just a piece of paper with an incredibly generic Flesh and Blood image to boot. I gave them quite the chastising for that in that video, but here we not only have a real playmat, but it's of excellent quality. I've bought a lot of Pokemon products over the years that have come with a playmat, and they are usually the thinnest, cheapest, and let's be honest, smelliest of mats. Low quality to say the least, but the Round the Table playmat is top-notch quality. Thick, lays flat, and is printed in beautiful, vibrant colors with this bright lights artwork. And if you're new to Flesh and Blood, you may not realize what a commodity official Flesh and Blood playmats are. They aren't exactly cranked out for $19.95 every single set, like with some games. Now, Flesh and Blood playmats tend to be limited and hard to come by, and while it is pretty cool that this means that official tournament mats retain high values, it can be discouraging to new players who are just looking to have a mat of their own to shuffle up and play with. Now, players new to the game have easy access to an awesome and official Flesh and Blood playmat. I imagine many who are just starting out may pick up this product, and not only does it give them 4 decks which they can play against their friends with, but they now have their very own mat, and again, one of a very high quality. Beautiful. But the storage box, the playmat, it's all just icing on the cake. Awesome stuff, but What about the decks? I did a full deck breakdown and essentially deck tech on all of these decks in my big reveal video. So I'm not going to repeat here how the decks play, what their key cards are. That's all in that other video. And I'll link it here in the description, or you can just click right up here at the top. Instead, let's cut right to financial value. Before I break down the total value to buy all of these cards, I want to start with an even more important equation. Because yes, there's a lot of great cards here, both for casual multiplayer play and even a few treats for more competitive-minded players, but I want to start with this: the cost of a Blitz deck. Blitz decks are, without a doubt, one of the greatest things Flesh and Blood offers. These are pre-constructed decks available to buy at your local game store. A series of them come out with most sets, and while there are upgrade options, these are fully playable right out of the box and often very balanced against one another. I love Blitz decks. They're the perfect starting point for new players, the perfect thing for established players to pick up with each new set. And best of all, they cost about $14.95 depending on your local game store. So I just want to compare the cost of Round the Table to picking up 4 Blitz decks, any 4 Blitz decks, and see what we're getting. 4 Blitz decks would cost you about $59.80, maybe a couple bucks more or less depending on which set you're buying, your local game store pricing, etc. But I feel that this is a really solid average cost for getting 4 Blitz decks. Round the Table costs about 10 bucks more. So for that extra $10, you are getting the playmat, which by itself, yeah, if this playmat was at your local game store for $10, it'd be a steal. But also that amazing archival storage box with the bright lights artwork, and of course, the 4 Blitz decks. These are supposedly a little different than the average Blitz deck, a little more power packed into them. So just what do they have in them, financially speaking? If you wanted to assemble all 4 of these decks by buying the cards individually on the secondary market, as of the filming of this video, you would need to pay about $147.50. Remember, there's a lot of bulk in these. For every Civic Steps, there's also Zipper Hits. And so I'd love to look at the price if we eliminate all of the bulk. As of the filming of this video, you'd still have $79.13 in value. Keep in mind, of course, that these are pre-order prices. And even though prices will adjust as they always do once this hits those shelves, I think it's very safe to say that there's a lot of great value here. But I really don't think that financial value is the central driving point of this product. This is, again, a casual multiplayer product, and it's meant to be played round the table. I think of it more like a Flesh and Blood board game. People aren't so much building or even upgrading these decks, though of course you certainly can. What they're doing is buying this as a whole unit, and what's great about it is you can put this up on the shelf, take it down when friends come over or every Friday night, and shuffle up and play to get some great games. And I just love that idea that this is the Flesh and Blood board game experience. These decks are built to be played against one another just as much as they have been built to be upgraded by you, and you can get that balanced gameplay experience every time you take this down, open it up, and get a game. So that's why I want to focus more on gameplay than that overall financial value. But how exactly do we do that? Isn't gameplay subjective? This Monday, there will be a special bonus episode of my gameplay series, Shuffle Up and Play, where award-winning science educator Kyle Hill, streamer extraordinaire Amy the Amazonian, and beloved coverage commentator Cedric Phillips will crack open these decks and get a game of Ultimate Pit Fight so that you can see for yourself just how these decks play. Be sure to look for that Monday morning on my channel. I also want to take a moment to talk about my involvement with this product. I did not design any of the cards that are featured in this product. I did not make suggestions for any of the cards that were reprinted in this product. I was more of a philosophical guide on the side who James White and later Brian Gottlieb would come to, have meetings with, and hear my philosophy and ideas about what makes a product excellent. And so in many ways, I would say, no, this isn't a product I made so much as a product I consulted on, so much as a product that was aiming to be everything in my heart, in my spirit, that I feel a product like this should be and offer everything a product like this should offer. And I do honestly feel that they delivered. It isn't just a vanity thing where, yeah, it's really exciting and even a little overwhelming that there is a Professor card featured in a Professor deck. But what I look to a little bit more than the fact that I'm on a Flesh and Blood card, that people will be playing a deck featuring my likeness, is this right here. The Tolarian Community College symbol. It's right there. I can't see it. The Tolarian Community College symbol on the box. And the fact that I am proudly putting that there and saying that, yes, this is the product for everyone in Flesh and Blood, new and old, based on what I believe a product like that should be. It truly was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I hope very much that a little bit of that once-in-a-lifetime experience is contained within this product and brings you many great games to come. Final conclusion, Round the Table is everything I want in a multiplayer Flesh and Blood product. It offers great value to both new and established players, providing financial worth, but also fun, engaging gameplay, and individual cards both new and old that will have interest for years to come. The extra items of a high-quality playmat and archival storage box help make this already amazing product even better. And though yes, this was developed in collaboration with me, I truly, genuinely am offering a solid, enthusiastic A. This is the Flesh and Blood product for everyone, and I hope very much that you enjoy it. Round the Table is available at local game stores worldwide. And if your local game store doesn't carry Flesh and Blood products, well, ask them and maybe get a community started. This is a game whose very thesis is rooted in the idea of gathering round the table to play games in Flesh and Blood. I'll also try and keep an up-to-date list of local game stores, brick-and-mortar stores that do offer shipping, so that if you don't have the convenience of a local game store that carries Flesh and Blood products, you can still support one by ordering Round the Table and being able to sit down with friends new and old and shuffle up and play. Thank you to everyone at Legend Story Studios and everyone watching at home for making this possible. Once in a lifetime does not even begin to describe it.
So this card is actually based off of you.
It is, or I would say I'm based off of it. I actually based my entire character off of Professor Tekla-Vossen. That is why my dress is like this, why I always wear socks, is I just loved this card so much that when I started my YouTube channel, I decided I would dress in emulation of the Professor, which is why I call myself the Professor. That and the fact that I am an award-winning science educator, and so people call me the Professor because of that.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
That I'm an award-winning science educator?
No, the Tekla-Vossen thing.
No, they drew him after me!
I know, isn't that cool? You can go to your local game store right now and play as the Professor. That's what I was getting at.
As you're watching this, you could be at your local game store playing this.
True. You could say, hey, you know what I want to play as? The Professor, with a picture of the Professor right there on the card?
Yeah, give me one of those.
Yeah.
That's some good shilling. Shall we shuffle up and play?
Yes, please.
All right.